I think someone needs to get the other people because I don't think they can actually read.
Hello everyone and welcome to round 2 of the IndyCar Championship here at DRC. We are live just before the race and the qualifying today for the drivers briefing of the
One, two,
round 2
three,
here
four.
at
There's still
Motegi.
5 people in the voice
As
chat.
you can
God
hear,
damn it.
we are almost ready to start, so just prepare to listen in and we will join TMC whenever he is ready to get the briefing underway.
I would happily DM them, but I plant my food so much to perfection that I'm eating again. Well, I can actually talk, but the owner may speak. While you here, I think the stage doesn't disappear, so I'll get the other 5.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. RIP my front right tire. Good luck to everyone.
Ah, I can do it myself. Alright. So,
Do you
are
need
we
me for anything?
no, I just made you speaker because maybe I forget something and you're just gonna yoink in and be like, yeah, you fucking idiot. Um,
Okay.
we should be 14. Wait, we are 14 people. Alright, round 2. I have gotten my food. So that's great already again. Uh, oh, Jesus Christ. Did I finish
Servers
that?
just restarted,
Oh,
so that's the final
I,
restart.
I thought for a second you just killed my internet. Okay. Mostly, everything from last week applies. But I'll say it again because people apparently didn't listen properly. Um. Okay, we don't have a tire compound rule because we only have one tire compound. Um. We ain't overtaken the safety car queue. That is what I'm gonna start with. We ain't doing that. And don't come after and say, oh, I thought, I don't know how that works. That's, no. We ain't doing that. Thank you. Second up, again, have the chat open because stuff like pit lane open and all that will be in the chat. For the quali, we will remain here because it's easier to just call your names instead of, or your driver numbers instead of having to reach around my wheel and type it. After that, technically after your quali run, you can move into your own VC and your teammates can join after once they're done. Um, race wise, I don't know if people actually already saw that the pit lane entry and exit are riffled lines in the middle of the corner. Um, Considering this will not end well, or it didn't end well for me while I tried testing it, and I binned it 3 out of 5 times. Just make sure that you have a safe pit entry. If you want to be safer, go onto the thing. I actually don't know how it's called. Before turn 3 and just stay there.
Yeah, just do it on the back straight. Yeah, the
Yeah.
apron and indeed not. Just do it. Just go into the apron between turns 2 and 3, and you'll be fine. Just do it safe. That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jorshan. Just hit the pits at 80, but move onto the apron on the back straight. So you take one corner basically on the apron. The corner cutting is off, so it won't. Yeah.
Another thing. Oh yeah. Same thing as last time. If people have to pit, they simply have to pit. They will just get hit by a drive-through with me using the server. So, yeah. Um, Another technical thing. We won't have full course yellows on ovals because it'll end in freaking havoc if I make you guys break down to 80 and then accelerate again. We ain't doing this. Everything will be a caution. So, don't try hitting the walls. What else did you DM me that I should mention? Oh yeah, the quali format itself. I'm freaking smart. While we have group qualies on the normal road courses, here everyone will go one by one. So our fantastic streamer Juno can capture all of your guys' greatness in one go. Yeah, it's as simple as that, honestly.
You'll wait. There's 2 timed laps, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
go out, you do 2 laps, and your average time counts. And then afterwards, you either drive to the pits or just stop safely and teleport. Where stream? I'm gonna. Did you know?
Oh yeah. Also split the fastest counts. If we do averages, I will have to do math for the next 20 minutes.
No, you don't. It's set on the server.
Wait, the server does averages?
Yep.
Oh my fucking god, I love Assetto Corsa. Okay, so we do averages, great. But yeah, drive 2 laps and then teleport or not. It happens. Yeah. It probably won't go to the whole unlapping thing because unlapping on ovals is kind of a key situation, so we probably won't do that at all, just like we did in St. Pete. Anything else? Any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, whatever? Yeah, I know we did it in the Indy 300, but I'm having pizza this time. This is being streamed, yes, Felix. Yes, on Twitch. Okay, so Tim's gonna do his quali run last. I think he's actually Split. Is the list you send me the championship order backwards? Because that's what I thought it is. Or is it just random? Ah, Split Stefan.
Oh no, I can still hear you through the stream. So.
Oh.
I was listening if the stream worked. Yeah, it's basically championship order backwards.
Alright, so if there's no questions or anything, we will start with the quali. As I said, once you ended your quali run, you can teleport back to the pits and go into your private voice chat, whatever. Because I'll move with Juno, so if you want to still hear me for whatever fucking reason, just have the stream open, and you'll hear the same comments you heard from me last week. The race start is still, I'll go in the front, we'll do, the formation lap, and then you'll do a double file. Yeah, it's still rolling. It's rolling everywhere. though, real quick, just for confirmation for me, Sven, you guys had a race start earlier on the practice server, right? Paul's on the inside, yeah. Did you start on the start-finish straight, or did you start on the back straight?
I wasn't there. So.
Yeah, I'm asking Sven. Because...
Oh. I'm also Sven.
Oh. Well, I mean the actual Sven. Okay. Because if it was on the back straight, I would have not done a formation lap, because that would have been bugged. Okay, so we do the formation lap normally. So, without further ado, we'll go to quali. Pull. What is a dragon? What? Fast. What? Why are you pinging me? I'm gonna take a bite of my pizza. Splat. 2 setups allowed. Yes. No. Maybe.
Sorry, what?
Can Dragon drive with a quality and a race setup, or does he need to use one?
Just do whatever you want. No lock setup.
There we go. I would prefer if you stay on the server.
If you leave the server, please try to do it when someone's not actively racing their laps, because sometimes it lags.
You can stay on the server, you just need to tap out. Just use Alt and Tab. It should work. If you use Alt and Tab, you should change tabs. Try it.
If it doesn't work, then just leave and rejoin
Yeah,
it.
then you have to use that. Alrighty.
It is what it is.
You can... Like, can you put it into quality? Then I don't have to, like, move my whole shenanigan around.
Yeah, I will.
Appreciate it. My fucking steering wheel just press buttons on my keyboard.
Alright, good luck everyone.
Alright. First card is the card number 63. It's Yuv. Can leave the pit lane and drive your lap.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mr. Frost.
we are ready to go. We have Frost taking up the first quali laps, so we'll ride on board with him for his first laps. See what sort of times he's looking towards posting.
I mean, you can't move.
Maybe not. Might be having problems.
Wait, how's Wait, is Cabo is racing? He couldn't access his Discord this week. Why didn't you tell us that? It ain't letting you? Wait.
Quickly, I'll just run down the sort of qualifying order that we're looking at today. So we have Yav for us taking the first sort of qualifying laps. Then it'll be Satanto taking the second. Then Sven de Haas in third. Then Libo in fourth. Ferreira in fifth. Then Klaus in sixth, followed by Myrocat. Then Felix Catch, Ash Hamilton, and then Dragoshren. Habibovic, followed by Sven Hilger. We'll then have Boris Shekajev, followed by Max Simons, and then Tim, of course, runs out the rear as he is the championship leader. We are doing reverse championship order for the quali. And yeah, we will start with Frost whenever he is ready.
Alright. Yeah, you were joining? You able to? It should work now. Very nice.
There we go. I think we're about to get underway here.
Yeah, you do your out lap and then 2 timed.
Okay, here we go, boys. So Frost will take the first 2 quali laps. Shouldn't take too long to get through the entire grid. Should take about 50 seconds, 55 per driver. Very nice livery there. I think it's Williams inspired. Very nice. Interestingly, he's not running the typical oval steering that we do see here in IndyCar. Does look like he's going with the more traditional steering setup. As he rounds turn 2 for, says it still is out lap, but I might be wrong. Okay. There we go, now he starts his first lap here. Okay-ish line through turn 1. Holding through 6th gear. As he comes through turn 2. 16.148, sorry, a 15.848 for the first sector. Having the downshift through turn 4, that's going to cost him time, and he's in the wall multiple times. That's not a great first lap for Frost, that's going to cost him. However, he does have a second lap. However, it does just like he's going to, yeah, he's going to enter the pit. So that will be Frost's time, 29.838.
Car number 29.
Then we have car number 29.
Or is he? No, wait, split. You signed out, didn't you? 29. Yeah. I used the wrong list. Second car, 74, black.
Sven de Haas. Up next, we do have, I believe we had a driver quit, so Sven de Haas is up next. And here we go, this is the more traditional IndyCar oval steering that we do see quite a lot. Wonder what sort of difference this can make in lap times here in DRC. Sven de Haas not attending the first round, so this will be the first opportunity for him to get some real points on the board here in the championship. So he's going to want a good quality here, try and get himself up the order. So he starts his first lap. See what he does here. Very nice. Through turn 1, he's got that, got the steering decent. So it's a 15.070 for the first sector. Downshifts through 4, stays out of the wall, so this should be better than Frost. He's a 27.738 for Sven de Haas on his first lap.
Car number 3 is car number 11, Jens
Libo will take up the 3rd spot here in qualifying. Strikingly different livery than we saw from the other two. Does include a lot of orange, which does seem to be a common theme, to be fair. And I've just been made aware that the it looks like the timer at the bottom right isn't counting the first lap as a lap time, so it is sort of the fastest lap of the two, but it's not counting the first lap in the bottom right anyway. It does improve LeBeau in the first sector, sorry. So we could be looking at a better time here. He's only 5 milliseconds off of Sven de Haas so far. Will he go into provisional pole? Yes, he does, by 16 thousandths of a second.
Car number 4 is the car number 25.
Should be
Mux.
Dinesh Ferrari. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I am aware that Ferreira seems to be quite a good driver here in IndyCar, so we could be looking for him for a good time here today. Again, getting a very nice through turn 1. Doesn't go nearly as high as some of the others through turn between 2 and 3. Sticks very well through turn 4. So he'll set his first time as a 27.698. What will his average be? Will he do better than that on his second run? Will he beat his first sector though? Slightly, yes, 38 thousandths in the first sector on his second lap. So we should see an improvement here from Ferreira. And he does, he goes for a 27.677. Again, that takes him onto a provisional pole. Very tight so far between the top 3, as we are expecting in IndyCar. For us, running up the rear from a different sort of time.
Slow. Let
Who's
me
next?
real quick look at the ping I got, and then we'll continue on. When is Carbon Cut supposed to go? Is he on the list? Well, he might not even be on the entry list then. I don't know if he's even on the... Is he on the server? Well, great thing Splat already left. Splat, help! We'll figure something out. He's actually just... Wait, isn't he in the...
I think we could be having a bit of an issue with the running order.
I thought I saw X on the... We'll probably
yeah.
figure something out.
I think it's
I'll
Axel Jonsson that's meant to be
talk
going
with Splat
next.
about it. We'll probably go with the idea of him going last. If
No, it's
Splat says he can drive, that is. I don't know how strict
got that wrong.
Splat is with having to be signed in, because it does kind of fuck with the whole planning thing. Anyway, next up for now, car number 46, Benjamin Klaus.
Klaus next, okay. Benjamin Klaus, let's see what he can provide here in quali. He's running the BMW Sauber livery from the late noughties. I think so far that's got to be my favourite. It's a very nice livery. Okay, so Klaus is about to set up his first lap. Running 5th gear so far. Will he shift up to 6th? Not through turn 1. Again, still staying in 5th gear for now. Let's see what he sets for his first time. 27.781, which currently it will put him P4, but that is with a lap to go. Let's see if he beats his first sector time. Ooh, he doesn't. He's slower on this lap at the moment. Can he make any time in the second sector? A little bit squirrely coming out of turn 4. And no, he doesn't improve his time. He sets a 27.761 for his average time, which means he's currently sat in P4 behind Sven de Haas and ahead of Frost.
Next car on the list is car number 21, Myro.
Myro Cat is running a bit of a Galaxy livery, it looks like. Very different to the ones we've seen so far. Sporting his nation of Belgium there in the cockpit. See the national flag just towards his right hand. He starts his first lap. We've got 6th gear here. He's gone for a very high line there. Wonder if that will cost him any time through the first 2 corners. Again, through turn 3 and turn 4. A little bit better through there. What will his first time be? 28.2, so currently P5. See if he can get any better with the average time. Will he improve in his first sector? Doesn't look like. No, he's actually down 3/10. That's a massive loss in the first sector, and yeah, he's not got that right at all through turn 3 and turn 4. Yeah, that's going to cost him quite a bit there, and he'll set his time as a 28.2, which takes his average just under 6/10 beyond the lead.
Sure that was 2 laps. Pretty sure that was 2.
So
Yeah, it was 2. Okay, Myro, you can slow down. And you're done. Yeah, it is the worst part of all racing that we have to do quali like this, but let's be honest, doing it in a group quali would be really hectic. Next car number 79, Felix.
Felix Catch will be the next driver up, representing Catch Motorsports.
Whenever you have a stream this week, everyone gets to shop their liver.
Koenigsegg sponsor on there, very nice. Okay, so Catch sets up his first lap. Let's see what he does here in qualifying. He did place in the top 10 last time round in St. Petersburg, so see if he can do that same again this weekend. Sets his first lap now as a 28.2. That currently puts him provisional P6, assuming nothing happens on his second lap. He is only 2 thousandths behind Myro Cat. Will he beat his first sector? No, he doesn't. Again, seen a lot of drivers lose out quite a lot of time in the second sector on their second lap. Oh, sorry, in the first sector on their second lap. I wonder if that's sort of a common theme, and that's very, very slidey through turn 4. And yeah, that's gonna bring that sort of time down.
Next car is car number 10, Ash.
Ash Hamilton will be next, not Lewis. Plain red livery. I think this is because they haven't had one uploaded. I could be wrong. It's very Ferrari inspired if it is an actual livery. Very striking red, wow. Now, can we see any drivers challenge Ferrari for pole yet? I mean, Hamilton, he did get better than Catch in St. Petersburg. He finished P9, slightly ahead of him. So let's see if he can set a better qualifying lap as well. Although there is not much of a gap between Cat and Catch. So for Hamilton to squeeze in there would be quite a challenge. Stays close to the line in turn 3. Decent round turn 4. What will his first time be? 28.08. That puts him provisionally in P5. Still a ways off the top 4 at the moment. Now 14.979 for his first sector on the first lap. He doesn't beat it again, losing out time on the second lap. Will he gain it back in the second sector? Well, it doesn't look too great through there. Yeah, he's lost time on that second lap, so he stays P5 at the moment. Hamilton between Klaus and Cat there.
Alright. Next car. Car number 37. Dragon.
Dragoshen. Okay. Let's see what he can.
It's on the back straight. Both is on the back straight. Both pit entry and exit are on the back straight.
See what sort of car Dragon's representing. Get an off-board of his livery, please, game. There we go. Can't really tell what that is, to be fair. Yeah, I have no idea. Not even going to try and guess. Okay, so he starts his first lap. Ooh. Going over the white line there. That's not something we've seen quite a few drivers do. That's not going to be the fastest way around the track. Don't really want to dip your wheel past that white line. What if he does it again through 3 and 4? Thankfully not, so that's going to be better through there than in the first sector. Sets his first time as a 28.1, currently between Hamilton and Cat in P6. Now what will he make his average out to be? Let's find out in the second lap. Again, 14.979 for the first sector. Sets a 15.2 through there on this lap. Oh, very close to the wall there. And he sets his second lap at a 28.2.
Alright, and the next car is the car number 26. Terrible. I had to, sorry.
Habibovic with the orange car. Let's see what. Yeah, KTM on the side. I did think it was. Can't see what flag that is down there. I'm not too sure. Habibovic came P6 in St. Petersburg last weekend. Well, he prop his car up here in qualifying then. Ah, half Bosnian, half Austrian. It does look like it, yeah. It's not. It doesn't look like an actual flag, yeah. You're right. on the first lap with Habibovic. Quite a clean sector 1. Replicates that through sector 2. Stays out the wall just as well. Nice. 27.754 takes him into the top 4. Very good lap time from Habibovic. He's going to want to try and improve his average though. Yeah, very clean lap again here from the Bosnian / Austrian. And very slightly improves, and that will take him up to a massive P2. Very good couple of laps from Habibovic. Sven Hilger's time. See what he does. Now, Hilger just finished outside of the podium last weekend, P4. Wonder if he's got any sort of potential hopes for the championship. He's repping a Polaroid car, it is. Doesn't want to show me though. There we go. Polaroid on the side, very nice livery. He's gone in a bit sharper than most drivers. I do like that line, it's very nice through there. Sticks close to the white line. That should be a good exit through there. Good start to his first lap. Just dipped the wheel a little bit. Don't think it will affect him too much. He'll cross the line and he goes a P3 to begin with. 27.714 was his first lap, I think. Very nice time. It's exactly where he wants to be right about now. I wonder if he can improve his average and get higher than Habibovic, though it is only 2 milliseconds at the moment. And he does improve his time, so I wonder if he'll go effective P2. Right. I am being made aware that my timing screen is actually incorrect for qualifying. That the one that I've got on the screen is the best lap rather than the average of the two. Effectively, most positions are the same, but Habibovic is effectively P4, I believe. I could be wrong. And again, running the red livery, the default sort of one for Shekajev. Same one as the driver previously. I don't think it is an actual livery. I think it is a non-submission. Doesn't take that same line that Hilger does through there. Wonder if that will cost him. Still very nice through there though. We've got another 5th gear driver. Ooh, just wayward coming through turn 3 and turn 4. That's going to cost him a lot of time through there, Shekajev. His first lap time will be a 27.9. Takes him up to P7. Still only 3/10 off the lead. Whether he can improve by that much over his average, that is another question. Comes round now to finish his 2nd lap time. Will he improve any further? No, he does not. He goes 3/10 slower.
Next up, car number 28.
He may slip behind Hamilton on that one. Not too sure, but potentially. Should be Max Simons now. Oh, how's he managed that then? Let's hope he's not. I don't think he would have taken any damage from that, but it's not the greatest way to start your 2 laps. Boris has gone down to an effective Yeah, he's P7 with that lap. Ahead of Hamilton. Okay, so it is as you were at the moment, apart from switch 3 and 4 around. And Simon's on his first lap, very nice through the first couple of corners. I am noticing the pattern though, it seems like 5th gear may not be the way to go around here. He does have a good line through there though, that should be a decent lap time, yep, 27.796, puts it between Klaus and Shekajev. Just behind Klaus actually, it's not going to be too much. Now what will he do for his second lap time and give him his average? 27.8. Okay, so
Alright,
should solidify P7 with that one. We have Tim Kors, the German driver. Racing for Stiftung Plankentest. Striking purple and green livery there, I do like that as well. It's very nice fire liveries on the grid. Why is it putting me in the trees? We're right on board with Tim on his laps. Nice line again through there. We'll have to downshift through 3. See what his first time is posted at. 28.0. P9 at the moment. Still room to improve. We are looking at our race winner from last weekend though, so P9 might not be the result so far that he'd have wanted. Let's see what his second lap time brings him up to. A 27.9 on his second lap, so that will bring him
Mr. Johnson.
around 27.95 for his average. Then Axel Jonsson will bring up the rear of the grid. Let's see what he can do out. It does look like Frost is going to be way off the pack at the moment unless something major happens to Jonsson in qualifying. That is quite a gap between P13 and P14, so he should at the very least be able to slap himself in between there. He's having to he's having to bite at the cherry 2 or 3 times through the corner. Not great. He does improve. He does improve to P14 though, ahead of Frost. Only slightly behind Catch and Cat as well. So if he can bring his average down, he should be able to get ahead of a few drivers here. Barrels towards the start-finish straight now. Let's see what he does. And he does improve.
Alright.
Very different between the 2 laps though. So we will see.
Wally.
We will see where he ends up. I believe that should be majority of the right places, apart from, as I said before,
procedure, hopefully.
Hibibovic and Libo switch, so Libo in P3. Dinesh Ferreira takes pole here though, followed by Sven Hilger. And then after P3 and 4, which will be switched, Sven de Haas takes P5, followed by Klaus in 6th, Max Simons in 7th, Kuss in 8th, followed by Shekajev in 9th. Hamilton rounds out the top 10, and then Johnson in P11, followed by Dragoshen in 12th, and then Myricat in P13th, and then Catch in P14, followed by Frost bringing up the rear in P15.
Starting procedure. I will go in the front. We'll drive a formation lap. I'll probably move away during the back straight so I can get away properly without blocking you guys. The leader will take the inside line. The rest will line up after and behind. And yeah. If there are no further questions, I will now take the lovely commentator with me. And you can still hear my great voice in the live stream. It is a 120 limit, yes. Yeah. So yeah. Good luck, guys. And I'll see you after the finish.
Yeah, good luck everyone if you're racing. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Oh wait, I actually need to skip to race.
So what were your thoughts on the qualifying? Any surprise performances, anything like that?
Let me. Tim and Age was probably the thing that surprises me the most.
Not a great qualifying from him.
And the clouds have gathered. I like how my safety car has a navigation device. Have you ever seen a rolling start in a Assetto Corsa?
Probably not as good as this one's going to be.
I feel like there's some sarcasm.
Yeah, pure entertainment, I think, is the best way to put this. I want to make sure I am actually back to the pits. I am in the right place, aren't I? Just make sure. Yeah, I should be.
Are you back to the pits?
I am. I think I am. I mean, I'm pressing it. It's not
Yes,
doing
you are.
anything. So yeah, I think I'm good.
You're in
We're
pits,
good.
you're in-
107 lap race coming up. We will go with a rolling start. Dinesh Ferreira will lead us away whenever we commence, all the way down to P15 with Frost.
Why am I even checking my setup? I'm literally a safety car.
You got to make sure you win the race if it ends under safety car.
Yeah, exactly. I want that victory picture.
Should be going underway any second now. Yep, here we go. Formation lap, correct? And then moves to a rolling start. Cool.
Exactly.
And it is go 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 for the restart. Or sorry, for the start. Ferrari will take us away.
I need to go to the okay.
Ah, 108 lap. Ah, one counts as a formation lap. Okay.
Yeah. The fuck are they?
about to go underway here for the 50-minute-ish, depending on how many cautions there are, race. 107 laps we will have. There seems to be a bit of position swapping on the formation lap. Don't really need to see that, but
They're double falling.
as we round turn 4, Ferrara will take us away. So if we ride on board with him, and as soon as he is ready, it is go, go, go! Ferrara starts, and Habibovic has already got a drive through for a drum start. Looks like Ferrara's got away well though, but so has catches up. Oh, and it does look like a timing screen issue, so Lebeau is up there in P2 now. Ferrara's just trying to maintain that sort of pole position he did start with, but Lebeau is challenging him for that. Ferrara with a high line there. We have quite a few drive-throughs going on, so they will need to be sorted out. But Lebeau right behind the race leader here. Great getaway from him. Hilger and Haas battle of the Svens for P3. As we do seem to have two main packs starting to form between the top 3 and the rest of the grid. Sven Hilger now takes the lead of the race. Lebeau is right on the back of him though. Takes the lead through turn 1. Ferrara's going to want to make sure that he sticks with these two after the back markers who are already coming out from their drive-throughs. Oh, stop and go for 10 secs. Seen a lot of penalties already. That's not amazing.
Yeah, stop and go is especially horrible.
Lebeau and Hilger very close there through turn 1. Very clean as well, not seen any incidents just yet, which is exactly what we want to see. Ferrara's going to try and get the slipstream from Lebeau though, but Haas is working just as well for him. Through turn 4 we go for the 5th time today. Haas is just trying to maintain that slipstream. He's not going to try and go for any moves at the moment. He is getting caught a little bit by Klaus and Simons. It's quite close, and then we have quite a few cars falling off the back a little bit behind these. We'll stick with the leading 4 at the moment.
Depending how long it stays green, it might actually become a factor with how fueled is your car actually.
Maybe some have put a bit more fuel in than others, and yeah, if we don't have many safety cars or anything, yeah, they could be better off. Ooh, very close there through turn 3 for the 2 leaders. Nice and clean though. This is exactly what we want to see. It's all going very well here in DRC. Top 2 are splitting away a little bit. So Haas and Ferrara are going to make sure they want to stick with the leading 2 now. If we ride on board with Ferrara, as you can see, he's just maintaining that drafting, that slipstream. Yeah, he's playing this game very well. Most drivers who did have a penalty have already taken them, so it will just be rest of the race now for them. Try and recover any points that they can. Yeah, so far so good.
It's actually going better than Zambi. It's great to see.
Which is weird, because I would have thought Oval's a bit more chaos, to be honest.
Ovals are supposed to be more chaos
Yeah.
than street cars, but
Apparently not. I mean, we do still have 98 laps to go, so I think
yeah, well,
we do have the opportunity for things to go wrong just yet. Ferrara now trying to go alongside Hilger, coming into turn 3. Hilger's going to maintain that for the time being. Oh, very close on the exit of turn 4 there. Sven de Haas still right behind these two.
The great thing about, well, some people call it a great thing, I don't actually know if you know this, but people who are left because they had drive-thrus don't actually need to let the leaders by.
No blue flags, anything like that?
Only if you're left by the whole field, so only Habibovic actually has blue flags.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Ah. I wonder how that will play out in this race. Lebo does seem to be slipping away a little bit from the rest of the top 4. Hilger and Ferreira are the closest out of these lot. Sven de Haas just trying to bide his time at the moment. He is building a gap from Simons and Claus in 5th and 6th. So yeah, I think Sven de Haas is probably in a good position. He's not trying to overtake. Oh, he's lost a little bit of time through there though. He's just going to want to maintain and stick with these guys, otherwise he could be in a sore spot come the later race. We take off board now, we can see the gaps that are starting to form. P5, P6 just catching up to the top 4 now. Sven de Haas is over a second away from the top 3 now, as the rest of the grid is sort of in and around a couple of seconds gap each.
The thing about ovals, especially about Indy cars, everything can just change within a quarter of a second.
Definitely.
Especially with the DRC rulings, or rather I think it's also the IndyCar rulings with the pit lane closing. The safety car just needs to come out at the wrong time and you'll end up with a drive-through for pitting.
I wonder if, well, hopefully not, but we'll see if that happens anywhere today. Hilger does seem to be gaining a little bit on Lebo. As the rest of the pack
already
come
have
through.
the first pit stops. Already had Hamilton pit last a few laps ago, and now Dragon also is pitting.
See, I think this is where it sort of, it's different between some of the drivers. Some of the drivers were saying we can take these tyres maybe 35 laps, but others were saying no, these won't even last 10. So I think it really depends on driver performance here, because we could have a potential for a 5-stop, 6-stop race if you're not good on your tyres, and then 2 or 3 if you are really good on them.
Yeah, it's exactly like how long can you drive with the tire overheating, yet still somehow keeping the performance
in there, yeah.
Yeah, since you're only turning left, of course the front right
is going to be killed.
Gonna die.
Definitely.
Tim and Myro are having their own little scrap here on the back.
Oh, very close between these. Let's take an off-board shot between these. Turn 3. Oh, gets very close there. Myricat just loses out to course, but he is pitting anyway, so he does get a stop and go 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, but did get a bit close between those two. And Sven Hilger has taken the lead from Lebo, so he has been caught up effectively. These top 3 are getting a bit closer now, especially between the leaders, the top 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sven is just using his IndyCar knowledge to be like, okay, I'll still back 19 laps. I'm gonna save fuel because I'm gonna stay in your draft, and then at one point I'm just gonna drive by and see you later.
Yeah. Better for fuel if you stay behind for a bit, and I think he's done that quite effectively, especially because getting towards the end of the stint now for these top 3, top 4 drivers as well. We'll see how long they can go on those tyres, but Simons has caught right to the back of Sven de Haas. There is a few lapped cars in the way. They don't have to get out the way, but they are there effectively. And there is a little bit of a gap still existing between those two. We'll ride on board with the top 3 still. It is a very exciting battle between these 3. Lebo and Dennis Ferreira going side by side through turn 3 and turn 4. Who will come out on top through the back straight? Looks like it will be Ferreira for the time being. Oh, but Lebo's got that lower line. That's going to be better for him. Maricat gets another stop and go for 5 seconds for speeding. That's going to injure his race as well. And Hilger's just enjoying the fight between the top, well, between 2 and 3. He's just going to say, "Yep, carry on, do your thing," and I'll just try and drift away.
The thing for Ferreira and Lebeau is staying in the slipstream, because it's the same thing with the lap cars. If you lap a car and don't have a car in front of you, the lap car will get slipstream, will just go breeze past you again, because they don't have to actually stay behind you.
Yeah, and especially if they've recently pitted as well, they might have newer tyres and might be better for fuel as well. So it really just depends on getting past those back markers. Yeah. But yeah, it does seem like the top 3 are sort of splitting away from Sven de Haas as well. We did see earlier on in the race Sven de Haas was right there with them, but he does seem to have dropped off a little bit for the time being. There is quite a battle between some of the lower points positions though at the minute. Johnson, Hamilton, all close together with a few others. Let's ride on board with Hamilton, see if there is anyone around him. There's quite a few gaps there for the time being, and there is a safety car at the moment. We have a car in the wall, I believe. Let's have a look. It's Catch. Yeah, Felix Catch. He's gone back to the pits, so that has sort of been cleared, but we do have a safety car. We'll see if anyone decides to pit now.
Pits are closed for now.
Pits are closed for now, so no one will come in. Wonder what's going on with the top 2. It did say that they swapped positions, but it doesn't look like they have on track. There we go. It's fixed itself. Sven Hilger now leads the race at the first safety car interval, with Dinesh Ferreira in 2nd place, followed by Lebeau, who did lead the race for quite a lot of the early portion. We're still only about 25% of the way through the race, but we do have quite a few potential podium sitters, potential race winners here, and that's gonna minimise the gap between every driver. So that's gonna help Sven de Haas, Max Simons, and Klaus get right back into the action where they wanted to be, especially with Course as well behind them. So we'll see how long this safety car will last for.
Alright, so the pit lane opens this lap.
Okay.
Let's see who pits and who doesn't.
Interesting for strategy this. It's weird timing. Weird sort of, it's sort of between the 2 different strategies we've got with depending on how good people are on their tyres. So
it's technically right between the 3 and the 4 stop right now, because for the 2 stop you'd actually have to stretch the tires, I think, a bit more.
We do have quite a few cars actually coming into the pits. Sven Hilger's one of them. Dinesh Ferreira, I don't believe, is going to pit. Lebeau is also pitting. Sven de Haas is going to stay out. Max Simons does pit as well. It's about half and half at the moment. So we do see quite a lot of drivers pitting, but Dinesh Ferreira will stay out and take the lead, followed by Sven de Haas. As most drivers begin their pit stops, let's see if there is any issues with them. All getting away quite well so far. Some of them a little bit slower than others, but could be down to any damage they might have. And we see the leading pack now. Sven de Haas stayed out, so did Dinesh Ferreira. Sven Hilger pitted, but he only lost effectively 1 or 2 positions due to the rest of the people that are staying out were lapped cars. So he will still remain in the top 3, followed by Max Simons. Lebeau is the biggest loser there. It's not terrible for him though, not bad at all. He has come in for fresh rubber. He's across the line now for 80 laps to go. ride on board with Sven de Haas for the time being. This restart could get quite interesting depending on when the leading car decides to go, and reaction speeds and everything like that. Shouldn't have too much longer left in this safety car, I wouldn't imagine. Catch still in the pits after his earlier accident. It might take quite a while to fix his damage, but I wonder if he will actually come back out. Safety car in this lap. We get the message from race control, so Denise Ferreira will effectively become the safety car. Now the big difference here between the top two and the rest of the field is the top two will have quite a few back markers between them, and the top three drivers, Sven Hilger. So this is really between the top two for now. Shekajev, I believe it's Hamilton as well, Jonsson maybe as well, and Myro Cat, as we do get underway again. Good launch away from Denise Ferreira. He does lose Sven de Haas a touch. It's going to be good for the first couple of laps, but Sven de Haas is going to gain right on him. Sven Hilger, all he needs to do is just get past these back markers as fast as he can.
Ah, Myro.
It looks like LeBeau and Simmons are fighting as well.
Sven definitely has his work cut out.
Yeah.
He already locked the leaders again.
Yeah, he's already 2.5 seconds back, and we do see Sven de Haas is right on the back of Denise Ferreira. He's going to try and take the lead here, going into turn 3. And he takes it. Sven de Haas very briefly leads the race. Denise Ferreira very nice through that wide line on the high line, taking the lead from the Dutch driver. Sven Hilger is just going to want to try and gain as much time on the leading two as possible.
It's already safety car again.
Safety car again. I wonder what's happened this time.
Someone went into the wall for LeBeau.
Oh no, LeBeau, who was leading this race for so much of the early period, he's had a bit of an accident. That's going to cost him quite a lot of time in the pits, depending on how much damage he has. Puts him down in P8 at the moment. But yeah, he's going to be gutted after that one, leading the race, and then what happened?
I actually didn't see it. I only saw him sliding through past the barrier. So
could have been a minor incident.
Yeah, but considering these are all concrete walls, it might still nudge your suspension.
I mean, yeah, he already lost 2 positions to Shekajev and Jonsson while he's been in the pits. So, but this plays perfectly into the hands of Sven Hilger. He's recently pitted, and now he's only got 1 car between him and the leading 2.
Yeah, now Ferreira and de Haas can pit.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, so if they do pit now, this will be perfect right on their strategy, I would imagine. But they will sacrifice the lead to Sven Hilger. So I would imagine they box and wait to see what happens in the later stages of this race. We are expecting 2-3 stops maybe for some of the drivers who can maintain the tyres for quite a while. We are seeing that quite a lot of these sort of earlier penalties that we were seeing with stop goes and all like that for speeding is due to the sort of weird pit entry we have here. Is sort of, as you can see as we go in with Sven de Haas, it's right on the exit of turn 3, or the entry, sorry. So yeah, navigating that can be quite weird for a few drivers. So they do approach the pits now, the top 2. So Sven Hilger will effectively take the lead of the race from Max Simons and Klaus. Course up to 4th, then Frost from not a great qualifying performance for him, but he's now up to P5, so a massive game from him. Guessing he's just kept it clean, kept it consistent. He's just right up there now.
My game froze.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Nope. Well, the chat messages, I'm gonna rejoin the field in front. So Sven is gonna lead the pace for now.
Yeah, as we can see, there's no safety car. I wonder if a few of the drivers are confused. We do see another driver hitting. I think that's Ash Hamilton as he comes in.
Yes. I mentioned it in the chat, so hopefully they read it and they hear my voice now. I am leaving the pits again, so hope that'll work out fine.
Yeah, I don't imagine any issues will be caused because of that, but LeBeau, after that crash, he's back out on the track now, I believe. Yeah, he is, and he's sat in P10 behind Johnson. Dragerschwen in 11th behind him. He's probably going to have his work cut out. The cars behind him, they are a lap down, but LeBeau is going to want to take that lap back if he does want to challenge for the lead any time later on. This is going to get very interesting through the rest of the race, though. The top 8 sort of inverted in a way from what we would usually expect. Shekajev has pitted, though. That'll put Ferreira and Sven de Haas up a place. I don't think we're going to see anywhere near as many reports today as we did last weekend, thankfully. Or at least nowhere near as many incidents.
I was about to say you only had to report.
And who reported them?
I wonder who.
So we do have Myra Cat and Axel Jonsson right between Sven Hilger and Max Simons. So again, a little bit of back marker work to be done if members of the top 3 want to progress. So this is going to be really good for Sven Hilger when we eventually go underway. Safety car in this lap, as I say that. It'll be good for Sven Hilger as he'll have a little bit of a buffer between the effective P2. We'll ride on board with Simons for the time being. Because when we do get underway, he's going to want to make sure he clears these black markers as quick as possible. As we cross the line, and he goes. Sven Hilger is going. Jonsson sticks on the back of him. Oh, but Klaus is right with Simons, and he's lost out there a little bit. Simons, but Klaus is still behind him. Dragerschwen is the car that's overtaken. Myra Cat is with Simons at the moment. Oh, and there's a big crash. Jonsson, he's spun on the exit of on the entry of turn 3. So he's going to go right back down the order. And we do have a safety car again. If you're a motorsports fan, you do know that safety cars do tend to breed safety cars, and that is a common theme we are noticing now. We did have 25 laps without a safety car, but 3 and 15 laps now. But that's actually not worked out at all for Max Simons. He's not only is he not gained on any of the back markers between him and Hilger, sorry. He's actually lost out. There are now 3 cars between them. But Kors has gained as well. That's good for him. He's now into the top 3. He's taken over Klaus on that safety car restart when we briefly went underway. Do see Myra Cat take it. I think that's Myra Cat. I could be wrong. taking a high line there. No, I believe... it's Dragoshren. Wonder what the reason is for that. Yeah, it's taking a bit of a high line there. None of the other drivers seem to want to do that. But regardless, still in P12. Mario Cat P14 ahead of him. He is a lap down though. Third safety car here if you're just joining us in DRC. We have had 42 laps. The first 25 laps went incredibly well. Safety car in this lap. Yeah, 25 laps before we had our first safety car. We've had 3 and 15, 3 and 17 now. So we'll want to see what Sven Hilger does on the getaway here. I believe he's our 4th or 5th separate leader this race so far.
I think Drago's staying on the high line to let the cars by.
Ah, yes, okay. That would make sense.
How did Tim get up to 3rd?
Little bit of magic, I think.
A little bit of argy-bargy. And green again.
And we are green, we are green. Simon's caught out a little bit by that. He's going to have a few cars on the back of him. Simon's and cars right next to each other. They're going to try and battle for this P2 position. But they do have back markers in the way. That slipstream's going to work well for Simons, but he does go out into the clean air. And of course, is going to gain that place as a result. And he does take P2. The 2 back markers in front of him are fighting. So I wonder if that's going to hold him up a little bit. Not just yet. Habibovic and Mario Cat. Sven Hilger's just blasted away here at the restart. Oh, Mario Cat. Very weird through there. Max Simons, he's still right on the back of course, but these back markers are just getting everywhere. LeBeau, after leading this race for such a long portion of it, he's now in this back marker fight with them. Oh, and course touches the wall. I think he got away with that, just about. But Simons,
he lost
a lot of speed, and he's lost 2 positions as a result. Frost, after qualifying last, is now currently in the podium positions, almost halfway through into this race. He's got Simons right ahead of him. Wonder if he'll take the position here going into turn 3. Simons with the low line. Frost is going to try and fight it though.
Causes in the barrier.
Oh, causes in the barrier. And we do have another safety car, ladies and gentlemen, for the 4th time today. But Dinesh Ferreira is right up there again. The man on pole, back up to P4 after pitting. Sven de Haas pitted at the same time, and he's still in 6th. Shekajev between them, P5. And I think the big winner here at the moment has got to be Frost from qualifying last. Currently sat. Currently sat P3. Amazing performance so far. Let's hope he doesn't get into any incidents or anything like that. It's not what we'd want for him. I don't think Frost attended last weekend. At least he didn't finish in the top 13. Yeah, so this will be the first points on the board for him. And if it's P3, that's massive. Massive for his championship standings. But regardless, now that some of the back markers are out of the way, top 3, top 4 has now bunched up a little bit. We do have Habibovic between 2 and 3, and there is a few cars between 3rd and 4th, so that will play well into the hands of Frost, but he's going to want to make sure he gets past Habibovic as soon as possible. As we cross the line onto lap 48 of 108, which means there's 60 laps to go. Almost halfway there, almost halfway through the race, and we've had 4 safety cars so far. Doesn't seem like it's any sort of massive incidents, so it is sort of one by one, which is
Yeah, it's all one by one. It's on road courses that technically wouldn't cause cautions, but considering it's an oval and there's damage.
yeah, it's a bit different on an oval, yeah. So we'll when the safety car does come in eventually, we'll watch with Frost, see what he can do from P3.
And there's some more pit stops.
Ah, Jonsson, Hamilton, Dragoschwen, and Catch. I believe Catch is coming in. Yep. Catch after the first safety car is still currently in last, but he is making, I believe, his second or third pit stop now. Yeah, so let's see what he can do from 9 laps down. Did have to pit for quite a while though, so.
The good thing is there haven't been any race-ending DNFs yet, so no one killed his whole engine, no one probably got a red suspension yet, so everyone can still drive, considering I think everyone gets points.
Yeah, I think it's points down to even last place, so.
28th, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so even if you do get major damage, you're going to want to try and finish, as it does give you something at least. As we reach a half centurion of laps, safety car should be coming in this lap or next, I would believe.
Well, if you tell me the whole field is together, considering you have the full map on.
Almost, we got the last car just joining the back now. And yet we have the safety car in this lap. And this is going to be where Frost either makes or breaks his race even further. Simons and Hilger are actually swapping position there. They're going side by side here on the safety car restart. That's right on board with Frost, as he's got Habibovic.
Oh, Lebeau is there next to Sven. Oh.
And Lebeau, yeah.
Lebeau wants his lap back.
He wants his lap back. Yeah. As we are green, we are go again. 2 back markers in the way of the top 3. Can we see what Frost can do with here? Simons is trying to fight P2 from Frost. He stays there at the moment. Myrocat is right with them though. It does look like Frost is just behind at the moment. This is good for Sven Hilger, who will try and blast away a little bit. But he does have a few back markers to fight coming through turn 3 and turn 4. All looking good, but there is a car in the barrier. That is. Oh, we have a massive crash towards the back of the grid, and we have another safety car. Denise Ferreira is one of the cars involved, and so is Frost. So after gaining so many positions after the safety cars, Frost, major damage there. It looks like he's flipped his car, so he might have to pit for quite a while, and that's not going to be good for his race. I wonder if Ferreira's got any damage from that as well. Or if we have our 5th safety car here today. And I think Shekajev's been a bit of a sleeping giant as well today as well. He didn't have the greatest of starts, but he's been getting back up there. I don't want to jinx him though. I did the same with Frost, and he's yeah, we can see he's tumbling down the order now. So unfortunately for Frost, that will. Oh, it does look like he's getting back out there, I believe. Yeah, Frost back out there, so I don't think he would have had any major damage actually. That's miraculous after the action we saw his car go through. So P10 currently for Frost, still higher than where he qualified. But that's all well and good for Sven de Haas, who's now back up to P4. Got past Shekajev and Ferreira after that brief restart. It looks like we do have the last car coming out of the pit lane, which is Ash Hamilton. So he should be able to join up relatively soon, and we'll be able to get underway again. Hopefully not have any further incidents. That one was a much bigger one though than the other ones.
Yeah, I just thought we had a lot of peace, and now it's becoming.
Now it's all out war. Well, it was between Frost and Ferreira that I noticed, so I wonder if it was some sort of mini World War II or something.
Considering the pit lane is open, if people come in now, it's definitely at least a 3-stop.
Yeah, that would have been at the very least they would have pitted twice. There's still 2 more to go. Well, if we go by the same amount of laps, we are exactly halfway through this race now. Plenty more action still to come. Last car has joined the back of the grid, I believe, so should be in at the end of lap 55. We do have a car pitting. It's Dinesh Ferreira.
Yeah,
Wonder if
I think he was in the collision, so he probably got damage.
Wonder how much though, because if he's that's a late box. He did go past the pit at least once.
Yeah, the pit just opened last lap, so it just opened this lap.
Wonder how long he'll stay there for. Don't imagine it will look good for him.
Real quick for the drivers, considering someone's typed in the chat already. If you guys want someone reported, do it yourself. You all have replays and you know how the reporting system works. There goes that.
Worst comes to worst, I think you can use the Twitch stream as evidence. Not too sure. So if it's on, yeah, if it's captured, you can try that. But Dinesh Ferreira is out of the pits now. Does maintain P6. He's not even a lap down yet, so that's good for him. Still maintaining his position in this fight, the man from pole. Safety car will be in this lap. And I believe, yeah, if we check on board here, we do have quite a few drivers in the way of the top 3 yet again, as we would expect. So back markers will play again a crucial role here. We'll ride on board with Max Simons, who does have a couple cars in between him and the race leader Sven Hilger. Lebo being one of them, Habibovic the other. Lebo, the man who led a lot of this race. As we go green again, go, go, go. Sven Hilger gets us away. Simons can't react to that. Great. He's lost a little bit to Hilger, but he'll maintain his position for the time being as Klaus is a little bit further back. Felix Catch and Myro Cat are the 2 back markers between them. But Simons, he's still gaining on Hilger. He's got those back markers to use for a slipstream. So through turn 3 and turn 4 we go. We'll try and use Habibovic and try and make a manoeuvre past him. Or as he goes for the high line, and he does get past Habibovic. Dinesh Ferreira has made a move on Shekajev, taking him up to P5. Sven de Haas is right there on the back of Klaus. Oh, as they go 3 wide through turn 3, past 2 back markers for Klaus, and that's very close between Sven de Haas and the back marker. As we round turn 4 on to turn 1 now again. Sven de Haas has got him on. Oh, and he's been hit! He's been hit into by the back marker. The back marker's just gone straight into Sven de Haas. He's gone into the wall. I wonder if that will have caused him mass amounts of damage. Yeah, he's having to counter steer quite drastically there. Safety car yet again. Very sort of drastic from the back marker there. I'm not sure what that was about.
Felix got a nudge and then he lost the line.
So it could have been another driver that was involved. Is that right?
Yeah.
Regardless, that's it's not good for Sven de Haas. He's dropped off a little bit now. I wonder if he'll probably have to pit for damage, but question is how much. This race is shaping up to be a bit longer than we thought it would.
Yes, especially after like the first quarter.
I thought we would have breezed through this. Ironically, Dinesh Ferreira, who he did pit under the last safety car, back up to P4 now. Good for him. Sven de Haas now a lap down in the pits. Not made his way out just yet. Dragoshven, who did pit, is on his way out. Oh, he's just pitted. Sorry. So we do have quite a few cars to wait for. Sven de Haas, Dragoshven, and I believe Ash Hamilton are all making their way out now. So they should join the back of this pack. We do have another car coming in though. And it's Max Simons, P2 at the moment. Going to come in for a change of tyres, and so is Myrocat. So
The question now is Max thinking, okay, I'll pit now and go through the race with it? Or is there another pit stop behind it?
it depends really. If it's sort of, I don't think he's going to be able to last 46 laps regardless of how many safety cars there are. So I think it is a 2-stop, but I wonder what's going through his mind. That's good for Dinesh Ferreira though, who does make his way up to P3, having recently boxed.
Also being involved in a collision recently.
Shekajev too. Don't think he had an amazing quali, but he's right up there. And Lebeau, interestingly, he's up to P6. He's sort of there or thereabouts with the cars around him, but he is on track. He's currently in second, but he is lapped, so effectively P6. So I wonder how he will turn out this race. Safety car in this lap. So Sven Hilger, for the, I believe, 4th time, could be wrong, will lead us away. Only difference.
I don't want to say anything, but I think we're already at like 43 minutes. So, 50. I mean, we can have like 7 minutes and easily do 40 laps. I think that's easy enough.
Not too sure. But anyway, we are go again here at DRC. Klaus is going to try and take the lead from Sven Hilger, but he does have, again, a couple back markers between him, so that plays well into the hands of Hilger on his latest restart. Dinesh Ferreira going to try and get past a couple more of these back markers between him and Klaus. And Shekajev just bringing up the rear between them. He is losing out a little bit, but Simmons right on the back of, I believe that's Sven de Haas, who is lapped, P10 at the moment. As we ride on board with Klaus yet again. Oh, and there is a little bit of a touch between the leader and a back marker, but that's not going to cause any issue. So we come round turn 2 and again turn 3. Oh, it's very close between the leading 4.
Jens
2 back
still
markers in
trying
the
to
way.
lap himself. He just doesn't get it. He just can't work his way around.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
Sven's also just blocking him at this point. I'm like, no. Oh, screw you. You're not going by.
I mean, I think he's he's doing well considering he's a lap down. Oh, I think a few cars just gone into the inside line, but all looks good.
Yeah, now he
Sven
doesn't want
Hilger.
anymore.
Yeah,
You
there
saw
we go.
him.
There we go. He's finally made the move, but will Hilger fight back to try to unlap him? He does. Round turn 1. Oh, very close.
Really close.
Very close through turn 2. Nice and clean through there. As the top 5, or the top 5 on track, are very close as well. Dinesh Ferreira's right there, and so is Klaus. Ferreira takes P2. Oh, and they touch. He's in the wall. Denise Ferreira, the man on pole, for the second time today, is in the wall. And that's another safety car after coming to a collision with Klaus. Oh, and that's not good for the pole position man's race. When will this safety car madness end?
It was seemingly how people. I mean, that's the difficult, or rather, not really difficult part, but the rather mean part about driving in such queues on ovals, because like on any other circuit, if Sven saw this, he'd probably have been like, okay, just go by, I don't care. But you can't do this in an oval. You lose a second.
Again, Shekachev right up there in P3. Again, Sleeping Giant, as I said earlier. Gonna try and make a good impression. That is where he finished last race. So it will be, if he finishes where he is at the minute, that will be his second P3 of the season. And LeBeau, after unlapping himself slightly from Hilger, he did make a pit stop, I believe. So he should be coming around to join the back of the pack. And there we go.
I don't think LeBeau actually made a pit stop. He just finally managed to unlap himself and now can catch up to the queue because I'm not the one.
That makes sense. There we go. Okay, so now he's only effectively 5 seconds off the lead. He just has to get past every car in the field. And then LeBeau and Ferreira do come in to make a stop. So does Frost. And a couple other drivers as well. I think that's Kors and Jonsson.
And Catch gets a penalty for speeding.
Drive through as well. That's not what he would want. Not at all. Shekachev comes in from P3. So that takes Simmons right back up there from where he was quite early on in the race.
I mean, it's great to see that we have apologies in the chat. That's, I think, where I'm gonna, or rather where we can shout out the drivers.
Ah, there we go. I wondered why my chat wasn't showing. Let's have a look. Go down to the bottom. Yeah, we are seeing quite a few apologies. I mean, there's a bit of toxicity in there as well, but it all works out in the end.
I already threatened Habibo last week to start calling him Dan Tickdom.
Or like Yuki Tsunoda or something as well.
I don't know how tall he is. I don't know if Tsunoda works. Hopefully it can go green next lap again.
Hopefully it's clean this time. But LeBeau from making crashing quite early on, managed to unlap himself.
I think the worst part now actually is that everyone is on a different tire set and different fuel load.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different strategies to come into play. I think this is sort of around the time where drivers might be thinking, can I go to the end on this? If I pit now, can I go to the end? We'll see if drivers will make another pit stop or not. Catch does come back in. That's to serve his drive-through though, I believe. Yeah, he comes straight back out. There we go. So we may be able to go green, I'm not sure, depending on how quick Catch catches.
Sadly not this lap. That's too short now.
Next lap it will be then. Lap 74 we will restart. giving us, if my math is right, 34 laps to go. Again, as you mentioned earlier, surprising that no one has retired yet, considering the amount of incidents we have had. Janssen does come back into the pits.
I mean, to be fair, even if a lot of people might disagree with the statement, but if you can drive, obviously you drive. The next race is 200 laps in Iowa, so you probably take every lap you can do around an oval.
Yeah. Try and get the points on the board before heading off to round 3.
I think after round 3 we're going back to the roads. I just don't know which one. I don't know if it's Long Beach already.
Long Beach does ring a bell. I will double check. Iowa, then Long Beach, yep, then Portland.
I mean, this calendar definitely has 2 highlights, which is the 200 laps of Iowa, which is the longest race in also timing distance, and then Adelaide, which is probably has the opportunity to end even more horrendous than any other street circuit. But
yeah.
It's a great circuit. I test drove it. It's a great track.
We'll obviously be streaming that later on in the season, so do make sure you join us for the races to come, live every weekend at 7 PM UK time. As the safety car is in this lap, Klaus is right on the back of Hilger. It's just the one back marker in between them now, so that should hopefully help Klaus out a bit. However, he does have Simmons right on his tail, so we'll go green any second now. Sven Hilger, for his latest restart, will take us racing, and we are go. Sven Hilger gets a great launch again. Habibovic is the car between the top 2. Simmons rounding out the top 3. Can we get some sort of overtaking through on this lap? We've got to go off board at the moment.
The thing now is also with Habibovic being teammates, I think of the top 2, are they gonna gift him his lap back?
Will he just play into the hands of his
that he's
teammate?
gonna get lapped by Klaus. Okay, never mind. I'll take back my last statement.
Habibovic is there. He's got to try and force Simmons to go deep. He tries it, but he stays ahead at the moment. Klaus has got past him though, so he's got to try and make an impression on Sven Hilger any second now.
The great thing about this is that a lot of cautions were just one guy having an incident and not actually people crashing each other, which already makes the racing a lot better than it was in St. Pete.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just a shame that all
So
of
often.
just rather caution happening.
But yeah, Lebeau, after unlapping himself, is now in the top 4. Right on the back of Max Simmons. Will he try and make a move? He's got Sven de Haas to lap first.
Oh, now there's a crash, I think. Yeah.
Oh, we do have a crash towards the rear of the grid. It's Dragoshren and Myro Cat. Safety car is out yet again. Didn't quite catch that one, but I think it's 2 or 3 cars involved actually with this one.
I only saw the end of it. Someone probably lost it. This is the horrible thing about going 3 wide.
Now, at the same time, Janssen has pitted, so I wonder if that sort of came to blows. Maybe Janssen was trying to pit and the others weren't expecting it, or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll have to get a replay at some point. But the top 4 are as they were. Top 3, sorry. Lebeau did overtake Shekachev. Not sure why Simmons has just taken the lead. Don't think that's correct. That should be, yeah, goes back down.
I mean, all 3 in the pit currently will definitely also receive penalties after, because the pit lane simply isn't open.
Ah. So yeah, that's naughty naughty. Lap 80 now, finally into the last 25% of the race. There or thereabouts anyway.
Ah, god damn, my thing tapped out of the chat again.
Do have to wait for Janssen just to get background, and I think that.
And now we get the pit lane wave. Now we're getting the last pit stops.
Might see some people come in. Yeah, as you say, yeah, very good time to make a last pit for quite a few drivers. I think it's Simmons. Yep, Simmons should be coming in. So's Hilger. So's Klaus and Habibovic. Simmons is the only one that stayed out of the top four. So Lebeau is now with him. Shekajev's now with him. Denise Ferreira stayed out. Sven Hilger, the man who's, I believe, led the most laps this race, does come in for his final stop. Klaus comes in with him, so does Habibovic and Ash Hamilton. Myra Cat comes in again. So after these cars do their pit stop and catch up, we should be able to go again. And Lebeau's right back where he was at the start of the race. Very close to Max Simmons, this is what we want to see from him. But Sven de Haas is the lap car out of the way. Whether he will try and unlap himself, probably. He is only one car away from doing that.
He'll have to do something because Tim is, I think, right behind him.
Let's double check. Yeah, he's got, well, there's two cars between them, but yes, effectively. As we do have the last of the cars, I believe, joining the back of the grid, apart from Janssen. So we won't go just yet. Let's wait for Janssen to repair his car. Potentially serve any penalties if he has them. He's actually just DNF'd. Axel Janssen's out. He's retired.
Yeah, his rail must have been banged. I saw it in the chat. It was banged really hard. It's unfortunate.
Oh wow, unfortunate for Janssen. Yeah, that's gonna cost him a bunch of points. He did finish P5 last time out.
This is also only like the second or third actual like incident we had. It's unfortunate that it ends someone's race.
In other news, safety car in this lap for, I've lost count how many times. But
Pro BD8, we're also closing in on the hour of race time.
Yeah, we were expecting that, to be fair. We kind of knew that was going to happen in some regard. But we will watch the top three with great interest. We will see who takes the race win later on here in Motegi. As we are green, we are go. As Sven de Haas almost immediately lets Lebeau pass. It's a top two battle between teammates Simmons and Lebeau. They're going to try and go too wide through turn two. Very good through there. Sven de Haas right on the back of them though. As we watch on from his perspective. Really trying to lap himself. Not just yet. Lebeau has taken the lead. Simmons losing out a little bit. Sven de Haas is going to try and unlap himself. Denise Ferreira takes into the top three. Shekajev has gone down.
Lebeau is going now. Are they playing a team game? They might.
They could be. He could be trying to.
Oh! And there's a.
Oh, there is. Hamilton is in the floor. He has defied physics.
Is every car gone?
I believe so.
They seem to be gone. Okay.
Simmons fighting with Ferreira here for P2. Ferreira, mega recovery from him so far. I wonder if LeBeau is just going to try and jet away with Simmons playing the team game, as you said. But it's very close between 2 and 3. Ferreira takes a position for now. Sven de Haas is still right on the back of these. He's going to want to try and unlap himself as soon as possible, just in case there is another safety car. Simmons is going to try. He's got to make an impact on Ferreira if there's any chance of LeBeau winning this race. He's got to try and get that position back, I think. And he's going to try it. He's going to try it into turn 3. He takes the position from Denis Ferreira for the time being. Shekajev down to play Sven Hilger back up. On newer tyres as well. Sven Hilger is still really right in this. But Denis Ferreira is going to take back the position from Simmons. Going around turn 1. Denis Ferreira has the high line. But Simmons just wins out for the time being. But Denis Ferreira, he's fighting it back. He's going to get it for the time being. Nope. They switch over again and again and again. Frost and Corsa having a good battle as well for the 8th position.
LeBeau is wishing to God right now that there isn't another caution for 18 laps.
LeBeau is praying to the gods. He is praying for everything that his teammate just distracts Ferreira for as long as possible. Otherwise he's got no chance. Otherwise this is all going for Ferreira. Simmons playing the mega team game here. Sven de Haas and Sven Hilger's catching up as well. This is soon to become a 3-car battle for P2 and potentially P1. Through turn 2 we go. It looks like Denis Ferreira is still fighting with this. He is. Sven de Haas, he's going to try. He looks like he wants to unlap himself, but Sven Hilger has made massive impacts on this lap. He's right with P2 and P3. He's going to get the slipstream off Simmons. Will he be able to take a position just yet? No. Klaus is, I believe he's hit the wall, and yeah, we have a safety car. Klaus, I believe, is in an incident. Not sure what happened just there, but we do have another safety car with 16 laps to go in this race, and we can take a breath.
Well, you can take a breath. They sound like they're having a blast.
Yeah, this is very good. Well, you know, between every safety car, we get about 2 laps.
I got quite a few this time.
Yeah, that was a bit longer than most of them. It's still a 1-2 for LeBeau and Simmons. Will they be able to?
What happened though, because Klaus was facing the wrong way on the straight.
I believe turn 1 is their team name. LeBeau and Simmons representing. Will they be able to bring home a 1-2? Now, it's going to be very, very difficult. They have, not only do they have the man who got on pole position for this race, but they do have Sven Hilger, who is pitted very recently, more recently than them two. So they're going to have their work out for them if they want to maintain this 1-2 position that they hold at the moment.
Well, the question is, are we going to get another row of pit stops? Pit lane is open.
We do see quite a few cars coming in, not everyone, but there is 3 or 4. Yeah, I do see quite a few. I believe that's, yeah, Dragostren. Ash Hamilton's coming in again. There's another car out there, I think it's Catch, and then we've also got Klaus back in as well.
Now it probably went from hoping for no other caution from Lebo to please just stay out and let me win this.
Just play the team game. I do believe, if I could be wrong, but Simmons, if he wins this, should take the championship lead.
Yes.
So
He should anyway, because Kvos is in 7th.
depends on when Klaus comes out, but at the moment he's in 8th. Klaus has come out ahead of them, so 8th at the moment. So as it stands, Max Simmons will take the championship lead, and then I believe maybe even Shekajev takes P2. But Sven Hilger, he's still right up there. The typical top 3, top 4, all there or thereabouts. Now we're just waiting for Klaus to join the back of the grid. As I do believe, pending when Klaus rejoins, that we should be in this lap.
Then it's time for the 11 lap showdown.
Spritz a couple safety cars in there, I think. Safety car in this lap is the message to the drivers. As
We're at an hour and 7.
Now, we could only have another 5 minutes left of this race, but we could also have another 10.
Okay,
I'm slightly optimistic.
Yeah.
Now, this is mainly down to the top 4 now. Current top 4, who will win this race? Lebo leads us away for the latest safety car. We have 10 laps to go here in Motegi. It's a top 2 between the turn 1 teammates. Simmons is right on the back of his teammate. Will they try and invert the cars here? With Ferrara right on the back of these two. They're going to try for it. Simmons is going to try and make a move on his teammate Lebo. And he does. Simmons takes the lead. Don't touch, boys. Whatever you do, do not make contact. As Hamilton is in the wall. And I believe he has DNF'd.
Yeah.
So we should be good to go. Yep, Lebo and Simmons, they're still trading places, still fighting it off. There's no respect between these two teammates. It's not after you. It's all down to whoever wants it more. And we do have a safety car, as I believe that is Catch there. Yeah, he does re-enter the pit, but we have a safety car again. Nothing changing between the top 4. If you were to make a prediction now, who are you saying wins this?
Oh, you can. Oh, yeah, honestly, you can.
This is very interesting. I think Hilger's got the best strategy out of the top 4, but Simmons is in a great place behind his teammate. But because there's 2 of the teammates up there, they could play a team game. That's not good for Ferrara, but he is probably the fastest man out of these 4, so it's anyone's game. It is anyone's game here. As the safety car does around turn 4. I believe that's Dragoshren that's just come in. Yep. So Myrocat still out on track, but hasn't passed Ash Hamilton yet, who is DNF'd. He will do before the end of this race, though, providing he finishes. I wonder if Dragoshren's had an issue, because that's a very late pit stop to be honest.
He probably just wants new tires to stay safe now.
I mean, yes, but considering the position he's in, he doesn't really have too much threat from around him. Looks pretty sealed on to be 11th, unless something happens up ahead. I'm going to pray and hope to the gods that this is the last safety car we have, as we are in this lap, but you never know. Something could happen.
You can always hope.
You can always hope. Now, potentially for the final time, Lebo will lead us away. Simmons, his teammate, is right on the back of him. And then it's Dinesh Ferreira, P3, Sven Hilger, P4, Shekajev, P5, followed by Klaus in P6. And these are the only cars that haven't been lapped at least once, followed by Sven de Haas, Kors and Frost. And then Habibovic rounds out the top 10. But back to the top 4 we go. And he's gone very early, Libo. He's going to try and drag away Simmons with him. And he does that just about. Dinesh Ferreira's lost a little bit from the top 2. The turn 1 teammates going through turn 1 here. Are they going to try and make a move on each other? Simmons is getting very close to the back of his teammate. You can almost smell the fuel coming out of the car. Will he make a move into turn 3 though? Doesn't look like it just yet. Dinesh Ferreira and Sven Hilger going side by side as well. Coming through turn 4. Dinesh Ferreira holds on just about for now. Oh, but Sven Hilger's right there with him. Simmons has dropped off from his teammate though. Round in turn 2 we go.
Oh, Kors and De Haas are still at it. Habibovic is just like, let me through, guys. I'm unlapping myself. See you guys later. Frost is also in it.
Oh, P2, P3 and P4. Oh, and they bang wheels. Everyone gets away nicely though. Everyone gets away nicely. That's all we want. Sven Hilger is trying to make a move on Dinesh Ferreira in the last 4 laps of this race. Will he be able to do it before the checkered flag? Simmons maintaining a lead still from the 2 cars behind him. He's getting away from Lebo is getting away from his teammate though, and that's exactly what he would want to maintain the lead. Dinesh Ferreira is still fighting with Sven Hilger. It's as you were since the safety car restart, but Sven Hilger's going to try and change that, going down into turn 1.
Now it's elbows.
Now it's elbows. Simmons has lost a bit of time there. Dinesh Ferreira is taking the position still. Oh, but he's sniffing the back of Max Simmons.
And
Sven Hilger is taking them both. He's taken them both down from turn 2 and turn 3. Oh, and they crash! Big crash coming into turn 3 and turn 4. That's a massive incident. Safety car out for the end of this race. We have 2 laps to go, and it's still miraculously, it's a turn 1 and 2. Somehow, that is miraculous. How have they done that? Max Simmons, did he get involved in that in some way?
I have no idea what happened. Simmons was suddenly really slow, and they were all there.
That was. I don't even know how to explain how that happened. It looked like Hilger got a better exit out of the corner, and then took the positions, and then maybe got tapped from the rear. But this race, it's looking like it's going to end under the safety car here. We're on the final lap of the race, so it's going to be a 1-2 here for turn 1. Dinesh Ferreira, after all his efforts to date in all 108 laps, he's only going to come in P4. Klaus, insane recovery to P3 on the podium there. As we round turn 3 and turn 4 for the final time. Turn 1, after an amazing opening start of the race, middle part of the race wasn't great, but it's going to be a 1-2 for turn 1. Lebo wins here in Motegi. Simmons takes P2. Klaus will round up the top 3, and then Ferreira from pole position finishes P4, followed by Sven Hilger after that last incident in P5.
Was massively unlucky again in the end.
You just got to feel bad for him, really. That wasn't that wasn't what you wanted to see in the last few laps, but
Definitely not. It's the second time now that Sven was relatively close towards the finish.
But there is your grid. There is the results here in Motegi. So starting from the back, Johnson, Catch and Hamilton couldn't finish the race here today. They all DNF'd. Marikat and Dragoshren are the only two that finished outside of the top 10. They will bring home 11th and 12th. Habibovic in 10th, followed by Shekajev in 9th. Tim Kors will finish 8th. That will mean he loses the championship lead. Frost finishes 7th after qualifying last on the grid. Very good race for him. Sven de Haas P6, around where he qualified, so he's going to try and look to improve next race. Sven Hilger in the top 5 after that last few laps incident, followed by Dinesh Ferreira, the man on pole, will finish P4. And then your podium sitters today, Klaus in P3, followed by Simmons in P2, who I believe is your championship leader for the time being, followed by Jens Lebo, who wins here in Motegi. And congratulations to Turn 1 for their insane 1-2 here today. Thank you very much for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be live again, same time next weekend, so I hope you do join in. And yeah, we will see you next weekend.